Hi everybody, welcome to my video. So today this is going to be something that I just want to talk about, and this is the topic that I've always do really want to talk about throughout this video. So if you're new to this channel, hi, this is Holly, but my real name is Charlotte, but obviously it's Holly in this channel. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you put notifications up. So in this channel, in this video, I just want to talk. Something that I just want to talk about for a long time. Something that, but as you guys know, what I've got, you know. But sorry, it just really upsets me. It really does upsets me. Well, oh, come on. It really upsets me keep thinking about. Oh, come on. I actually feel like I'm gonna cry. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Okay, right, okay, just get over it. So, as you guys do know that I've got a learning disability. So learning disability, I've got autism spectrum. So I did mention about what I've got in my previous videos, what I've got, you know, my learning and disability video. But yes, I've got autism spectrum disorder. But I've just recently look at my reviews from my annual review from when I was in school. So in this video today, this is going to be about autism and friendship. This is going to be about, so I've done a lot of research about people with learning and disabilities, like trying to gain in with friendships with people who doesn't have a learning and disabilities, because friendship is the main priority for everybody. It is the main priority for anybody, but people who doesn't have learning disabilities, they do not want people who have got learning disabilities to get involved, because apparently they're involved with this circle of friends thing. But with me, I don't do with circle of friends thing. Like you have these group of friends and you don't want that person to get involved and just joined in. But I'm not that sort of person. I'm this sort of girl that wants, who likes to just to gain friendships, and if you want to be my friend, then go be my friend. But friends that I do not want, this is the type of person I'm not. But I just feel like it for years. But I've been feeling like it recently. Sort of friends I do not want. I do not want friends who can take liberties. Yeah, I don't want friends who can take liberties. But if you're from the US, I don't know if you heard this word from the US or Canada or somewhere like that. You don't want friends who can, otherwise then, use you. Because that's what I had. Because in the past, I had people who used me. I had people were just making fun of me. I just had people telling me, saying, "Oh, Charlotte, do this, do that. Charlotte, do this, do that." Yeah, that's what I had. So, it all started when I was in my full primary school. But as you guys did know, you know how many schools I went to. If you guys didn't know, I went 6 schools. I know it's a lot. 6 schools I went to throughout my school years. So yeah, and so I'm just trying to think on something else. So it just really upsets me. I feel like it really does upsets me. I feel it really does. But this is what a lot of people do need to understand about. It goes with anybody, just anybody. That doesn't matter who you are, but we're all human beings. We are. But I just want to share my personal experience with friendships. So yeah, like I just want people who doesn't have a learning disabilities need to understand about if someone is different, who's completely different to you, who are struggling with their speech or anything like that, just be a normal person. Do not judge them. Like, please do not judge that person until you get to know that person, because this is what I've been taught for years. Like, I've been taught from my parents and my nan that do not judge on that person until you get to know them. But nowadays, or even years ago, not many people can understand what it's like to have a AM learning disability. Because what people with learning disabilities are trying to do, they are trying to gain friendships because they need someone. But I've heard quite a lot of people who have learning disabilities have got no friendships because they've tried so hard to gain some friendships, but obviously it's unsuccessful. Because like that happened to me, like when I was in school, it happened to me. So yeah, so this is the sort of topic that I just want to talk about to people. Like, we're all human beings. We are, like, doesn't matter who you are, but we're all normal. We are. It's something that people with learning disabilities were born with, like ADHD, cerebral palsy, autism spectrum, autism mild. I think there's autism high function. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm going to do a bit of research about that as well. And Down syndrome. Like, people do need to understand like all these sort of all these sort of learning disability conditions about that person, because obviously like we were born with it. Like, people can't judge. They can't say like, oh, let's leave that person out. But like, people in this world are rude. Like, they're so rude. People in this world, like, they just don't want people with learning disabilities to get involved. So and plus I don't know if anyone know about this, or if you may know about this, that in school, kids with learning disabilities are more likely to get bullied than to kids who doesn't have a learning disability. But because I've been through this experience, I have before. I've been through it. And like with me, how I look back in school, like, I feel school was horrible. I feel like school was absolutely horrible. Like, in my first, second and third primary school, everything was good. I had gained friendships. Like, girls in the class don't give a monkeys, or don't give anything that what I was born with. Don't matter if I'm different, but I'm still a person. I'm still a human being. I'm still a nice girl. I'm still by this day. But like, as soon as I joined my fourth primary school up till college, and even sometimes present, sometimes obviously that's when I've realised it all changed. Because ever since my fourth primary school have been changed that quickly, it does change. It changed very quickly for me. So that's when it all started. So I'm just gonna talk. So now I'm gonna talk about my personal experience with friendship. So that's good. So I remember like. Because I remember when I was in preschool, because I was 2 years old, but that was my first memories. Because at the age of 2, that was my first memories I had at the age of 2. And I remember in preschool, I did try to play with these two girls. Obviously these two girls went to my first primary school with me, and obviously, like, I haven't seen them for years. I haven't seen these girls. I tried to play with them, but they did not want me to get involved. They didn't. So these two girls didn't want me to get involved. Then went to nursery with them. I did, and still don't want me to get involved. And then I had friends that's what, and then as soon as I get to my first primary school, after trying to gain friendship with these two girls, kids in my class, obviously like my first primary school I went to, there was about 4 classes in a year. So like say like reception has got 4 classes, year 1 has got 4 classes as well, and year 2 has got 4 classes as well. So like I was in class 12, I was in reception, and the kids there were amazing. Like we were amazing bunch of class of kids. We were like I know we all have ups and downs. We all know we do. Like we all have arguments. I know we all have. Like it's normal to have arguments. It's normal. But I actually got along with a lot of people. People got along with me. They did, and these 2 girls, they were in a different classroom. So one was next door to me, and the other one was 2 doors. 3 doors next to me on the right. And then till mid, I think, yeah, till around about spring or summertime, ran between. That's when I stopped hanging around with those girls. But I was still giving them Christmas cards. I was still giving. And then so then girls in my classroom, they just want me to be involved. Like we all play Duck, Duck and Goose and play It. And also I was playing with the boys as well, but the boys were funny. The boys were hilarious. The boys were. they were so funny, and the boys. And then I moved right into Essex. I did so. The area where I used to live in is still in Essex. My place is in Essex, but people think it's in East London, and same as Google and Wikipedia. But that's what I should know. That do not believe anything. Do not believe anything what you found online. Don't matter if this place is in Essex. Don't matter if this place is in London. But in this video, I'm just gonna say it's in East London. I'm just gonna say, but for me, it's in Essex. For me, so I moved right into Essex, like just right in Essex, like. Yeah, just nearby on the M25, nearby on the east. Yep, so on east of the M25. Yeah, so obviously it's personal reasons why we moved there. There's personal reasons. So I started this second primary school, and I had friendships like I didn't have problems with anybody, but actually, well, I did, like, I had problems with one girl in my class, but obviously I'm not going to go through about her, but obviously she's just rude. She was rude and bossy, she was, but obviously I'm not going to go into her. Also, I had problems with that other girl as well, but obviously I'm not going to go through it as well. I got along with a lot of people in my class, actually. Like, I actually got along with a lot of people. Like, I didn't have problems with them, no arguments. And yeah, so they just didn't. Yeah, so they just want me to be part of the team. Well, just be part of the class. Like, just a normal kid's what they want. So yeah. Sorry about that. It was going to die. So I thought this was going to die. So yeah, so and then I went to my I was proper best friends with this girl. So I still talk to this girl by this day. I still talk to, and she's doing alright. She is, like, I still talk to this girl, but also this girl has got learning disabilities as well. So like I still keep in touch with quite a lot of people in that school as well. Still keep in touch with people in my year. So I went to my third primary school in I'm gonna say a year, I'm gonna say month and a year when I went to this third primary school. So I went to my third primary school on September 2006. So I can remember anything at that school. I can I can remember from when I start to till when I left that school. So I still can remember my first day. I still can remember on that first day. I still can. I made good. Honestly, I had good people. I was friends with this girl in my class. Also, class next door to me, I was friends with other girls as well. So as you guys didn't know, guys didn't know about my third primary school, you know. But if you guys didn't know about that third primary school, let me explain about my third primary school. So my third primary school, they split in two sections. So like 4 classes. So say like class 1, 3, 5 and 6, they were mainstream, and then class 2 and 4, they were for special needs classes, like ones who needed help with their education, like ones who have got learning disabilities. So that was my third primary school. If you guys didn't know about that school, like for me didn't explain about that school, but the reason why I moved from my second primary school to my third primary school is because I needed extra help with my learning and my speech. Like I was diagnosed with learning disabilities from early primary school years. Like I don't know like what year, but like it was just early primary school years. I was diagnosed with learning and disabilities, but I was diagnosed with autism. To tell us about in year 6, I was diagnosed. So yeah, I got along with people in my third primary school. I actually got along with them. I still talk to these girls by this day. I still talk to how many girls I still talk to? I still talk to about 2-3 girls by this day. So yeah, I still talk to them by this day. And my fourth primary school, I do not want to explain. I feel like I can't explain of the third primary school. Not third primary school, fourth primary school. But my fourth primary school was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. When I first started, everything was fine. Everything was like girls wanted me to get involved playing like this melting candle game, bulldog or anything. But up till after Christmas. So after Christmas, I feel like things has changed. Things has changed after Christmas. But I remember this girl. This was in a dining room. Yeah, when we was getting our lunch, I was sitting opposite to her, and she went like, I don't like sitting next to Charlotte. Then that's when things changed. That's when things started to change. This is when, and then later, a few weeks later, because that was when my teacher was ill. This was so like he didn't came back to work until after half term in February, and then after February, this is when I got been called the R word. You know the R words for learning and disability people, which is a not nice word to use. And then like the boys told me to do a middle finger, which like is swearing. And then I did it. I just give a finger, and then no teachers noticed. Any teachers didn't notice, but I didn't clearly understand about a middle finger. I didn't clearly understand. So yeah, and people, yeah. Then this is when they start to accuse me for like that. They actually start accusing me for like doing stuff. They started to leave me out, especially the girls. I actually got into trouble. I did, because obviously, like 2 kids sit in front of me, they actually got me into trouble one time. And then soon year 6 arrived. Year 6 was the worst year for me. But with them, they feel like, oh, year 6 is a good year. But I wanted year 6 to be a good year for me, because this is my last year at primary, and then next year I'll be off to high school or secondary school. Year 6 was horrible. It was a horrible year for me. And then that's when I've got been called should I say it? Spaz. Yeah, that's when I've got been called that word from girls and boys. And then that's when kids keep telling me to move, saying, move Charlotte, can you please move, Charlotte, can you please move. Just keep having a go at me for no reason. They do. But like, whenever if I get into trouble, they gossip about me, because that's the sort of kids they were. Because honestly, they like to gossip about me. They like to. And then like, when I try to get into partners, like with the girls, try and get a group of the girls do not want me to. No. And then whenever I was in a dining area, I was, as you guys know, that, you know, and like being in line for going into the canteen, but as you guys didn't know, that I was the last person of the line or queue, whatever, to be served for lunch. And then when I was trying to find a seat, holding my tray, I was looking at girls, but one of the girls went, like, no. That means, like, you're not sitting next to me. It means, honestly, like, whenever I sit on my own, the girls laughed at me. They do laugh at me. They do. They honestly do laugh at me. And then, like, but I did try to gain friendship with these girls. I did, even my mum said to me that, like, these girls in that school, they weren't your real friends. Like, you're trying, because you think they're your friends, but obviously they're not, because these girls, because I don't know, these girls do not want me to get involved with anything. Like I said in my other video, that one girl was going out to Southend, the Adventure Island, for her birthday, and in fact, a lot of girls, but apart from me and this girl, like me and this girl, did not get invited, and one of the girls went out to press. No, it wasn't press day. It was it was Pizza Express. It was. Yeah, like one of the girls went out to Pizza Express, and then other girls did this, other girls did that, but they did not want me to get involved with anything. But like, I just wanted to be like just a normal 10 or 11-year-old, but they did not want me to get involved with anything. But I was a loner. I was an absolute loner. I was. And then I did mention about the Christmas production, but if you don't know, please check it out if you want to on my bullying experience video part 2. But start with part 1, then make awards part 2, just to see how bad it has gone about those kids in my old class, about this primary school bully experience. So yeah, I did try friendship. I did, but before joining that school, my full primary school, I was hoping to gaining some friendships with any sort of girls, but obviously didn't happen. They did not want me to get involved. They did not want me to get involved, and I've been snatched. I have whenever I said something, that they would come up to me and say, oh, blah 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 blah. Honestly, these girls are nosy. They were very, very, very nosy girls. Like how I look back now, yeah, I'm like, were these girls were nice to me? Because these girls, they were pretending. Some of these girls were pretending to be nice to me. Some of these girls were. Well, actually no. No, quite a lot of them were pretending to be nice to me. Because that's how I look back now. Like, was these girls were nice to me? Because honestly, at the time, I was very naive at the time. But then years later, now for me, I've realised that like these girls weren't nice girls. They won't. And then I went to secondary school. So I was there from year 7 till year 10, but obviously the reason I left because I got bullied, and plus the new head of special needs transferred me into this special needs school, but obviously she didn't do a good job. She rather just send me into a special needs school. But even though it's ridiculous for me, because even though I had about a year left in school, what's the point? So yeah, so she transferred me about 6 weeks after we come back in the summer. So yeah, since I arrived high school or secondary school, whatever, I was getting some friends. So I did make friends with these girls in year 7. I still talk to them now. These 2 girls I still talk to. But like, I still talk to them. Sometimes I still talk to them. And year 8 was a horrible year for me, and it was horrible. And like any class I go to, yeah, because at the time in year 7, like art, English, yeah, art, not English, art, music, and drama, and civics, it's your form room. And then because obviously they're different classes, so they're form rooms, like people in your form. And then science and maths go to get same people, these people. And then English, different people. Then English, and then the rest, that's it. Because like there were different sort of sets. There were different sort of sets. So you got the top set, and then you got the bottom set. But the bottom set, I was in a bottom set. So the bottom set means like naughty kids and kids don't, like kids with kids that are naughty, that kids that have got lower grades and stuff. So yeah, so I was in a lower set. I was like, there were quite a lot of people like were a bit naughty. So yeah, I did try to get in partners with people, like not like history and geography, not like that. Only like the ones like in PA and form art. I was often left out. I was like, honestly, I did get along with a lot of people. I did, but like I was often left out. I was. So yeah, so like I was just left out, and then when year 8 arrived, year 8 was horrible. Like I didn't get invited to any parties apart from 2, but as I did explain that, like 13 is becoming a teenager, and like the kids' parents pay a lot of money for like to hire a nightclub, but honestly, like me personally, I don't agree. I don't agree. Parents hiring their kids a 13th birthday party in a nightclub. I just feel like that's too expensive. Like normally nightclubs are about £500 to hire, but if you hire a hall, it costs us £200. So you probably just hire a hall or just have a party at home. It'd be much cheaper, but obviously, no, they spend money on nightclubs, like just to hire on nightclubs. So yeah, so I did try hanging around with these different groups of girls, but obviously they did want me to get involved. They didn't, and I was a loner. I was an absolute loner, but I did try getting friend. Yeah, I tried going down all these different friendship with these different girls, but obviously I was left out. So yeah, I was left out. And then year 9, but year 9 I did, obviously we change classes around with music. It was music, art and drama. Yeah, yeah, it was being changed around. Same as UA, it's been changed around. But the new art, music and drama class, I did try to get in partners with these girls, but also do want me to out a lot. Like I try to get in partners with people. Like ever since when I was in my full primary school, I tried to get in partners with a lot of people, but honestly, it didn't work. It honestly did not work because they don't pay attention to me because they think that I'm not here. But so I just wish that they they should get into partners with me. I wish they should have done. Like, doesn't matter how different you are, but like you should still get in partners with someone who is different. Because honestly, it's good being different. It is. And then when Year 10 arrived, and this was 6 weeks before I moved to another school. This was. And then I got along with a lot of people in that class. I did in this vocational course class, and I went to college twice a week. But obviously, it's not a proper college. I mean, like vocational college for like for like people who are in Year 10 and 11 to go on the vocational course as part of the GCSE. So I done hair and beauty. And then I went to this vocational college up in Romford. So basically, like, that college place, that vocational college place in Romford is for like people who got who got kicked out of school and also do vocational course as well. But yeah, like, so people there, they were very funny. They were funniest people I've ever met, and they just don't want me to be left out. They don't. They just want to make sure if they want to look after me and stuff. They just want to talk to me. They just want me to be part of the group. But quite a lot of these girls, they do smoke. Quite a lot of girls do. But obviously that's not my thing. Like, I don't do smoking. But they said to me, "That's good. That's good. Like, if you don't smoke, that is good." Yeah, and then walk up to Romford, grab McDonald's, and it was the best. It was the best I had. Like, obviously, like, these girls weren't trouble. They weren't proper trouble. They won't. But one girl was. She was proper trouble. But the other girls, that they weren't trouble. They won't. Like, some of these girls coming from like Dagenham. Some of these girls come from different areas, like in Haverford. Like, some of the girls come from like not Raynham. Like different like different areas of I'm trying to think like Gideon Park anywhere or Howard Hill. Yeah, and I actually got along with those girls. And then the hair and beauty one, I like the hair and beauty one. Like, there were girls coming from my area, but obviously went to different schools compared to me. They were nice because obviously, like, my cousin went to my cousin, girls who I know from my second and third primary school went to that school, and like the girls in that hair and beauty coming from different schools in my area, they were very nice. They just want me to be involved. That they just want me. And like on the last day of before we wake up from half term, because this was on a day when I found out that this was before when I found out that I was going to a special needs school after half term. Me and the girls, we were laughing and joking about, like, we had a good lunch we did, like, I had a pot noodle I had, and we just sit and talk, like we all just laugh and joke. And it was a very fun lesson. And then I was hoping to see these girls after half term, and same as the other people from vocational course. So I just feel like at that time, like, I feel like they were amazing. They were absolute amazing people I've met. Like, compared to the school I was at, like, I feel like they just don't want me to get involved. But the people who I actually met, they just want me to get involved. They do. But then I remember in the hair and beauty course, yeah, one of the girls said to me that I want your hair. because the reason why, because my hair is curly and plus I've got afro hair. I've got. So yeah, and then I left the mainstream school. I left because as I did explain out, one, I was bullied because I was bullied by younger boys in my year, but the bullying took it too far. It did, and then this is when my new head special needs teacher transferred me into a special needs. I was worried. I was so worried about me going into a special needs school because I know what's it like. I know because that's how I was thinking. Because the teachers there, I knew 2 teachers there like before I joined because I went to this friendship club I did with so it was those 2 special needs teachers. One, the actual teacher, and the other one, the learning support assistant. And then there's other students coming from different schools. So just to get them to have lunch together, just to talk about stuff. And it was like, it was really nice. It was, and then me and the girls started talking. Obviously, they've got learning, so that they're the ones who have got learning disabilities. So they just, we all talk, we all do, and then I've enjoyed. And then as soon as I arrived the special needs school, I wasn't too happy. I wasn't because like I said, I wasn't because I didn't want to be treated like a child. I don't. And plus, I wasn't going to learn anything that what's been taught in the mainstream schools. But like how I realised now, I've realised that I've actually realised that when you're in a mainstream school, you have been taught a lot more real life stuff compared to when you're in a special needs school. But in a special needs school, they don't teach you anything real. So that's how I realise now. So let's go back to friendship. So I just went off bit topic. I did make friends with these 2 girls, but then after I settle in, these girls went a bit funny around me, and then that's when they started to slag me off. If you don't know what the word slagging off is in the US, that means talking behind your back, it means. And then these girls would often say nasty stuff about me. They would. And then they just leave me out. That they just want me to be left out. They don't want me to get involved in things. But I was alone. I was absolutely a loner, I was. And then I keep messaging people outside school. But obviously they just want me to get involved in stuff. But I feel like one of the girls were jealous with me. Like, one of the girls were. Because the reason why one of the girls were jealous of me is because I've been in a mainstream school much longer than her. Because she started special needs school since year 7. And I started special needs school 6 weeks after I joined year 10. That's how jealous she was, because because I've got more experience, and then I've got quite a lot of knowledge with me being in the mainstream, and 2, I come across to be too nice, but some girls they well, it's not just girls, also boys as well, that are they do not like, some people, they do not like people who come across to be too nice. That's what they don't like. And so that's how this girl got jealous. She was jealous of me, and plus my nature as well, because of how pretty I am, and that's another thing. She was jealous, and also the way I was being brought up by my parents, because I'm not going to discuss that. I'm not going to discuss about her upbringing. So and then year 11, I had friendship with one girl. Yeah, with one girl, and boys, but I still keep in touch with about few of the boys. I still keep in touch with by this day. I still keep in touch with, and then college arrived, and then I thought these girls were my friends, but not. But as I did mention about the bully friend on the video, I had her. But if you haven't seen it, please feel free to check it out after this video. But also, this friendship was horrible. It was a horrible friend. Obviously, she was a horrible friend I've ever had. Like she was the most. She was very evil. She was an evil person. She was an evil person. Like the way she did to me. So feel free to check it out. And then like after, I was friends with this other girl, but obviously this friend manipulated me. She manipulated me, blackmailed me, and even threatened me. So I definitely will gonna talk about her on my another video, because obviously that's the story time that I just wanna talk about. And then I fell out with her. So like I said, I'm gonna talk about her on another video of how from beginnings of when I was friends with her up till the ending and aftermath. So yeah, by this day now, like I've only got a few friends now by this day. So yeah, so I know I keep thinking like, oh, are they gonna message me? And because I've been told that like if your friends don't message you, they're not your friends. But like if you keep messaging first, like then they're not your friends. But like I've got a few friends. I've only got about 5 or 6 friends, so that's enough for me. It's just enough for me. But I just want people just to know that friendship is a big priority for anybody. Like it's important for people with learning disabilities to have friendships. But please, it's important. Like if you are a school kid, like if you're in school, and if you notice if someone, or even school, college, or work, anywhere, if you see anyone who looks different or who have got difficulty with their speech or anything like that, please just be nice to them, and please, like just to gain, and please just watch out for them. Please just gain friendships with them, because this is what they needed, because anyone needs friendships in their lives. But nowadays people, they just don't understand what it's like to be different. But I've been told that not many people can understand with people who have got learning disabilities. But as soon as that person finds out, they got a bit funny. But I said there's no need to be funny with anyone who's got a learning disability. But I don't know. But please just be nice. Please just be nice, because like we're all humans. We're all humans in this planet, and we're all normal. We are. But please just be nice and just treat them with respect. So yeah, so thank you for watching this video. Make sure give a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next video. So bye.